I'm on a mission to get good at Old School Runescape. These are some of the biggest flex items in the entire game, awarded only to those who can complete the hardest challenges, and I want all of them. It's finally time to get good. Capes. There's a ton of capes in RuneScape. And if we take a look way back in time, the hardest challenge in the game was the fight caves and obtaining the fire cape. But fast forward to the present day, and not only do 90% of the Old School RuneScape player base have a fire cape, but we now have the Inferno. 68 waves of juiced up fight cave NPCs, followed by an intense fight against Zuk, all for the coveted Infernal cape. Now this cape does two things. First of all, it's the best in slot melee cape and a pretty significant stat increase on its predecessor. But second, and most importantly, it gives you bragging rights. The Inferno is considered by many to be one of RuneScape's hardest challenges. So picking this as our first stop on our Get Good tour might seem a little backwards, but you know what they say, go hard or go home. This is where the journey begins. I'm just gearing up. I've gone for a max range setup, with the exception of the Barrows gloves. Similar thing with Mage, Ancestral, Barrows gloves. We have got the Ring of Suffering for defense and the Blowpipe to clean up. I'm not sure I've got the ratio of brews to restore right here, but I am experimenting with the new prayer regeneration potion. Each sip is 66 prayer points, so that might make up for a lack of extra restore. This is a really awkward start though. Yep, I've not been through here on this account, so I've got to come back with the fire cape. FYI, I'm going in totally blind because I've only ever done the Inferno in temporary game modes, like Deadman mode and leagues. Let's be honest, you don't actually learn much from doing that. You just kind of brute force it. I am learning so much about the lore behind this place right now. But long story short, I have to give this guy my fire cape for him to trust me. What do you think happens to the capes? Like, does this guy eat them or what? All right, here we go. First attempt. Can we get it in one? Oh yeah, I've got the tile pack plugin on in RuneLite. That's where these ground markers all come from. Here's what I do understand at this extremely naive stage. Every single wave, we're gonna get these nibblers spawn. They're gonna pick a pillar at random, run towards it and try and eat it. And this pillar that I'm playing around right now, the north pillar, this is the god pillar. This is what we're gonna use to kind of block line of sight of things, and we're gonna need it to stay alive. So my general plan, freeze nibblers, react to whatever spawns. And as you can see here, we've got our first blob. These guys, at least for me, most annoying Inferno NPC. They read your prayers, and then like a few ticks later, they attack with the opposite style. So you need to switch your prayers around a little bit when you're killing them. Blob's dead. It spawns 3 little bloblets. 1 attacks with mage, 1 with range. And then the little guy gunning it towards me is gonna try and fist me, so I need to be aware of that. If you get a wave that's just pure nibblers like this, then you know the next wave is a new NPC. So in our case, the next wave is going to be the first melee. I know this is bad practice, but in these early waves, I feel like you can get away with running out to kind of clean off the nibblers. You really don't want to lose too much pillar health early on. There we go. First ranger down. This is super awkward. This is our first stack. So we've got a ranger with a blob behind it. You're meant to step out, and the second you see the ranger attack, you start alternating prayers. So you go mage, range, and okay, hopefully you don't take a 46. Okay, have we got it? I don't think I've got the timing down. Like, I don't think I've got the timing quite right here, but I have to trust it, you know? I think half the thing about the Inferno is having the confidence. Shit. Am I alive? I'm alive. Okay, mistakes were made, but if I don't get comfortable doing it here, I don't know how I'm going to be comfortable doing it in the later waves. Oh, shit. I was brewed down. No. Is that it? That's it. Oh, that was such a dumb mistake. So I'd sipped a brew. That made my magic level go down. I couldn't auto-cast, and it dragged me out. GG. Wave 23 first attempt. I mean, look at all these supplies we've still got. Kind of embarrassing. All we can do is send it again, right? We go again. This time, I'm tagging all the NPCs. It's going to be really helpful to see how they stack like this. All right, no mistakes this time. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Didn't take any damage there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Blowpipe, save me. Blowpipe. Help me, I'm sinking. Okay, I can do this. I need to alternate. Am I doing it? Am I doing it? I'm alive. That was a sketchy wave. I didn't panic too much, but that was still far too sketchy for my liking. I'm panicking. It's over. It's over. All right, here we go. First major wave. There it is. So this guy is where the Inferno, I suppose, actually begins. I need to camp Mage Prey so I don't get absolutely nuked, and I need to be aware of its ability to revive things I've already killed. So it's going to take a bit of strategy. Ooh, combat task. There you have it. We're halfway. What are the odds we do it on our third attempt? I came south to get rid of this nibbler, and now I'm kind of stuck behind south pillar. This is just... it's just bad news. Is it too greedy? Yes. I'm dead. Wave 44, new PB. I'm panicking where I think I can just relax and wait for the wave to solve itself, but equally, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I was definitely missing something. Fundamentals, experience, cheese. I'm not going to concern myself too much with those first two, but let's talk about cheese. There are many items or variations on the gear you can bring into the Inferno, which decrease the difficulty, especially in the harder waves. I almost like to imagine this on a sort of cheese scale. Now, I actually wanted to learn this properly, so I wasn't about to go slap on the tankiest gear possible so that my mistakes were just more forgiving and I could brute force it. However, a little bit of cheese can't hurt, right? Enter the Lightbearer and Saradomin Godsword. Sure, we lose some defensive stats by sacking off the Ring of Suffering, but now I can spam Saradomin Godsword special attacks to recover HP and prayer. And let me tell you, this worked an absolute treat. Oh no, I'm low HP and I don't really want to use any of my potions. What should I do? Yoink. And another. Yoink. Double the HP. Beautiful. Give me that prayer, baby. Thank you. Cheeky swing. While the Lightbearer and SGS combo was putting in absolute work, waiting for special attack energy just wasn't worth it. This run was already getting on for 2 hours and only at wave 50. So while I did achieve a new personal best planking on wave 54, I'd felt like a lot of time had been wasted. So my new goal was to get as much experience between waves 50 and 64 as possible. Let me tidy up these nibblers. There we go. That's a handy little spot down there that you can just about reach the nibblers without showing yourself anything south of the pillar. Super, super useful. All right, I was a little bit distracted there. I'm talking to you guys. Really, I should be killing the major on the other side so that this ranger doesn't respawn, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's just karma, isn't it? The ranger's respawned. Sometimes doing a little wiggle here like this. Cheeky little wiggle can help to see if they're stacked up. I don't think they are, so take a risk. Seems okay. There you go. A lot of these wave spawns are a little bit RNG based. This one is pretty forgiving. You know, just the ranger had line of sight, so I could just swap to prey range and I can chill. I am a little bit worried about the nibblers up there. I think if I come around here, prioritize killing major, then we can kill the major, not worry about anything respawning, and then get up for those nibblers. All right, this is actually a pretty humble wave, but don't copy this at home. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna step out for this nibbler. I probably could flick ranger, but we're just gonna go mage. Get the one nibbler, get in. Okay, don't copy that at home. This looks like an awkward stack, but if I get rid of one of these bats, here we go. Everything comes forward. Voila. Easy wave now. Now we just deal with major and the rest is free. All right, humble wave 60, please. Okay, blob on the right. Just need these two to... oh, okay, no, that's terrible. I need to deal with these nibblers and then I have a melee to think about because the melee is going to dig for me here. And I'm just trying to think about flicking the blob in the meantime. Not in the sexual way. Is the melee? Be humble, please. Alright, blowpipes back. Big, okay. Back to flicking the blob. I need to think about this. I'm not really sure how I deal with this. I'm just going to pull out and hope that I off-tick him here. Hope that I get it right. Is it mage first? This doesn't feel right. I'm taking damage. God damn. No! Oh, despite my mistakes and frustrations, I really did feel like I was making some progress and learning some discipline in the Inferno. So much so that my runs started becoming consistent, and I encountered a new wall. Wave 63. Wave 63 is often considered the hardest wave in the Inferno, because in addition to a major and ranger spawning anywhere at random, you also have to deal with 2 blobs, which will alternate their attack styles based on what you're praying, making one tick alternating almost an absolute necessity. Oh, and on top of those, I forgot to mention, you also have to deal with a melee spawn. This wave often leads to panic, and panic leads to mistakes. And I would know that having failed on this particular wave, not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row, all at wave 63. I wasn't gonna let that get me down though, and I started watching back my failed runs to see exactly what went wrong. All right, I've watched this one back a few times, and the first mistake I make is right here, ready? Boom. I run around to the east side of the north pillar, just in a panic. I don't know why I do it, but this wave is a lot easier than it looks, right? There's a nibbler still up. My pillar health is low. Ignore the number on the pillar. It resets when you relog. It is low. It is red. I need to protect the pillar, so I should just stay where I am. This is the Inferno trainer tool. God damn, I wish I knew this thing existed before I spent like 2 hours on 3 wave 63 failures, but here I am. I've recreated the exact wave 63 we're talking about. I had thought about talking you guys through exactly what I plan to do, but you know what? It's a simulator. Let's just send it. All right, here we go. Mage Spray, Augury on. Freeze 2 nibblers. 1 makes it to the pillar. That's fine. Now we're going to alternate. Here. As soon as you feel comfortable to. And only until I'm safe here. So I'm safe from everything south of my pillar. I can clean up the nibblers now. I might take a range hit from this blob, but I'm more concerned about the melee digging, so I'm going to wait for this next mage hit. Run round, pray range. And the melee's going to dig very soon. Maybe here I could alternate range mage, but that's fine. I wait for the next range hit to come out, and then I come back around here and pray mage. Now I'm just safe. I've safe spotted this melee. I can even step down 1, and the melee can come down up 1 more. And I'm like, I'm fine. Maybe now I alternate. But I am concerned that the melee will dig again if I don't tank it. So, next mage hit. Step up. Pray melee, come down. Pray mage. That's just reset the melee's dig timer, right? Back to alternating, finish the major. And that is the hardest thing about this wave done. I'm pretty sure that's it, it's solved. Maybe I dump my blowpipe specs here. Continue to flick from this blob. That is it. But there we go. If I can do it here, surely I can do it in the game, right? All right, here we go. I got the PMAX buff. This is going to be the one. Ooh, wave 20. Okay, wave 40. Here we go. Wave 50. This is where it starts to get a little bit more serious. Okay, next wave has 2 blobs, so humble spawn, please. Very nice. Corner trap the mage. Can't move, can you? And it just solves itself. They just walk down and they just trap themselves. You love to see it. Okay, next wave is the dreaded wave 63. I need the humblest of spawns, please, game. Okay. No way. No way I caught the freeze. No way. Melee down. Just need to deal with this nibbler. Might have to tank the blob a little bit. All right, the majors respawn the melee, so I got 2 options really, haven't I? I can stay put here and I can tank the melee and hope to kill it with the blowpipe, or I go around there and I pray range. I'm gonna do it. Get back, get back, get back, get back. I think we're good. Hell yeah, okay. Woo! Okay, I think we're safe. I think we're safe. Beautiful. That was stressful. I probably didn't need to take that big a risk, but technically the hardest wave in the Inferno solved now. Anything from here onwards is a PB, so I'm really happy with that. This looks sketchier than it is, but that's it. This is why, like, anything beyond 63 is kind of chill. No more blobs to deal with. We can just camp pray now. And surely this is the first run we get to Jad on. That's right. Across my 10 or so attempts, I'd never made it to Jad once. Wave 67 is a single Jad, and Wave 68 is triple Jads. While these Jads are beefed up in comparison to their Fight Cave counterparts, they're really no different from the original and play exactly the same. Now, I didn't know if I was in over my head thinking this, but I always considered the hardest part of the Inferno to be the waves. And if I ever made it to Jad and beyond, the Infernal Cape was as good as mine. Delusional or not, this was my first time making it to Jad. Whew, I am so locked in right now. All right, let's tag Jad. No unfortunate mistakes here. Oh, there's the healers. Just gonna tag one at a time. Standard stuff. But standing on this side means that only one healer at a time should be able to hit me. All right, Jad down. Pretty chill. The healer actually did a lot of damage to me. I've queued a logout timer because I decided to do this run in the middle of the day and I've got stuff to do. So I'm gonna have to come back later, jump straight into triple Jads. Could be a bad idea. All right, here we go. Triple Jads, baby. Hopefully I didn't need a warm up. Okay. There's not actually that much to triple Jads though. It's just keep an eye on prayers. That's all triple Jads is. Prayer simulator. I'm looking around like, where are the healers, bro? There's only 3. I forgot triple Jads only spawn 3 healers per Jad, so it's actually a lot less clicking to deal with healers, which is nice. That's it. That's it. 1 Jad down. Lovely. Okay. Keep an eye on prayers, and then I'm just going to try and heal back up to full in between changing any prayers here. There we go. Back to full. Beautiful. And now I'm just going to move around. I'm going to move around to get in the same place that I was for the first Jad. There we go. And that's exactly why we moved here. Those 2 healers back there are trapped behind Jad. They can't get through to me. So I only have to deal with the one hitting me. And hopefully it's humble. Hopefully it's more humble than the first healer. Nice. Okay. 1 Jad to go. Oh, nice. That's killed it. Huge. Absolutely huge. All right. Triple Jad's down, which means the first time we get through the waves, we're going all the way to Zuk. I took a quick log out to call on a friend and ask if they wouldn't mind spectating to keep an eye on the set timers. These are set times during the fight with Zuk that a major and ranger mob will spawn, and dealing with them at the wrong time, like trying to fight Zuk's healers while dealing with a set spawn, is a quick way to wipe, and I just didn't want to take that risk. Here we go. Here we go. The Zuk fight is pretty simple. Now, Zuk can one-shot you. You cannot tick eat it, so it's very important to stay moving behind this shield at pretty much all times. Luckily, I had a pretty foolproof strategy to deal with Zuk.
Don't feel the pressure to say what you're doing if you don't want to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just gonna hit him, honestly. After the shield has done 1 full rotation from one side to another and back again, that's when the first set spawns. So major. Yeah, start the timer. Tag this guy, move over here. Here we go. That was so lucky.
Yeah.
That was so lucky, bro. What? After the ranger goes down, it's pretty common to leave the major up until you get Zuk's HP to 600. So that's exactly what I did. There we go. Right, I'm going to top up. Once the major from the set is down, the next HP threshold is 480, at which point Zuk spawns a Jad. Oh my goodness. T-Bow, please. You were doing so well. What happened?
We jinxed it, man.
Oh my god, the zeros. Okay, here we go. Jad.
Can I click again?
Yeah, you know, you click again.
Oh, wait. think it resets. Timer.
You reset it.
Yeah, it didn't do anything. And then
Don't worry,
it
bro.
did again.
Don't worry. Just don't worry about timing anything. I'll just go with it. Unfortunately, some issues with the timer meant that we weren't quite sure when the next set was going to spawn. But I knew we had to get rid of this Jad first. Alright, need Jad to die. Wait, he's not dead? That baited me there, like big time. With Jad down, it was a bit of a guessing game. Zuk spawns healers at 240 hit points, and the last thing you want to have to deal with are healers and a set spawn at exactly the same time. Yeah, I can't risk another hit because T-Bow absolutely slaps.
Yeah.
If I hit a 50, it's like it's over.
Yeah.
So I played the patient game and waited for around 2.5 minutes for the next set. Please die. Okay. With the second set down, it was time to bring Zuk's HP below 240. This would spawn healers, and it's generally considered to be, you know, smart to proc the healers when the shield is on one far side or the other. Unfortunately, though, I forgot this little detail. Here we go. Healer time. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, this is dreadful. Look how much HP he healed. This little mishap led Zuk to heal from 200 all the way up to 750 hit points. And the time it would take to kill him now meant that I had to consider a third set spawn. It's fine. I only really have to deal with one more set now.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably should be around 20 seconds.
Oh, f me. Okay. Huge hits on the Ranger. Okay.
You don't have to kill the Major now.
Nope. Not going to greed on the stamina. Not going to greed on the hits. Imagine. All right, come on, T-Bow. Hey, there it is, boys. Let's go.
Congrats, man.
Huge. Woo! That took like a whole week. Oh, we got it. Very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. God damn, I didn't realize the run timer was 4 hours. This whole day has been dedicated to this one run because I've been filming like the B-roll shots in between waves, just queuing a logout timer. I'm going to have to go back and get, you know, a respectable time at some point because I know I can. And that Zuk fight was some of the most fun I've had. I don't know why more people don't do this. Either way, super happy we got it in about a week of attempts. Yeah, it's done. After adding the Infernal Cape to my collection of items, I was feeling confident. Too confident. Because the challenges that awaited me next would test my patience and push me to my absolute limits. There's still a long road ahead of us to get good. And I'm going all the way.